my To Learn channel, or welcome back to my channel if you ever came here before. And as always I've ever done before, I will share my knowledge about game development with Unity game engine for you guys for free. You can get it from this To Learn channel. Just visit it and browse to find great tutorial about game development. Subscribe if you want more videos, of course. In this tutorial, I will show you how to create a leaderboard, or more likely a scoreboard. What is a scoreboard? I don't know. Let's just type in the Google. Just type in to search. Let's check it out. And this is some scoreboard example. So, the function is to show saved player score from the database. Scoreboard. Okay. Here, I will explain how to make scoreboard, saving a score and loading a score from the database. We will be using Player Prefs to store our data, or more likely as offline database, just like my SQL instance, but in Player Prefs, it's really simpler, so we can just store a simple data to them. For more information about Player Prefs, click the provided link in the description below. And now, so let's begin our tutorial. Let's create the system. First thing first, create a new folder and name it ScoreBoard system, or whatever you want it to be. Okay, and just ignore that shit. That thing always happens since I delete my entire project folder. And let's us create a new script, a C# script, and let's name it ScoreBoard. Open it, double click on it. I'm using Visual Studio for the script editor. And here we go. Let's begin our scripting. And I think we don't need this sheet, so I'll just delete it. And as always, let's begin by creating a new variable first. I will need an integer called score count. Okay, let's type in score count. This will determine how much size of player we can store into our database. And also the value will be used in for loop. And then we also need some static variable. The first variable will be scoreboard, and let's just name it scoreboard. Scoreboard. Okay. And also we need a static string. Name it separator. And we fill that variable with this. This will be used for splitting a string into an array of string. So we can split the string from the database into an array. Why I'm using this separator? Because in Player Prefs we cannot create a table or a row in a table. So instead of creating a row, I will just create a separator to split the string into an array of string. So we just need one key in Player Prefs to store the data. So we store our value in a string. Store two data in one string, like player name and player score. Let's just create. So this is why I creating a static variable, because we also will be creating a static method, and because we need a reference to access a non-static object. Let's just create the method save score. Firstly, we will save our score, and we need two parameters in here. The first parameter will be string name, and the second parameter will be integer. Um, of course, it will be score. And we need to create this method as a static method, so we can access this method from outside, from another object, from another script, from another class, just by calling the class name and followed by calling the method. So here is an example of calling the method, a static method, from outside the script, from another class, from another object. First type the class name followed by method name. It's shape score. Here we go, and yeah, just like that. If you wanna save the score, just do like this, okay? And then, oh yeah, let's get back into our method, into save score. Firstly, we need a list. We need to create a list to store a player score. And this list is available in system.collection.generic. And let's create our list. We will be storing data, a player score. So we need to create a player score class. Let's create a new class, public class, and name it player score. And then we add a variable here, public string player name, to store the name of player, and then of course player score as integer. And let's create the constructor to construct this object, public, and type the class name player score. We need two variables here, just like the variable. And here in the block, in the constructor, just apply the parameter to the variable. This dot player name is equal to player name, and this dot player scores is equal to player score. And you may be asking, why is this using this dot player name? Because this is belong to the class, the object. Because we using a same variable name, like player name and player name in the parameter. Okay. If we highlight the variable, if we select the variable, it will be highlighted and shows which is is belong to. And then let us create the list, type it player scores, and name it player scores, and equal to new player scores, new list player scores. We create a new list, and here we will be load in the first step we will load the player score from the player props using player props dot get string and add them to the list. And after the list is filled, we will order it, sort it for integer is equal to, as long as e like that, increment. Oops. All right. Then, oh, why is this? Why? Why is this happening? Here we go. I forgot to add a type. If player pros dot hash we check if there's a key name in player props, scores, and the index. If so, then we load the data with player props dot get string and the key name score plus index e. We need to add the value to the list, to the player score list. Player scores type player score. But firstly, we need to split the value, the string value from the get string into an array of string. When we call player props.getString, it will return a string value, just like this. I give you an example. So the string will store two data in that string value. Create a new string of array, array of string, and name it score format is equal to, and then we split that get string. We will convert it into an array of string with string.split dot split, and the separator. That's why we need a separator, because we will use that in here as a separator in string.split. System.string split options, remove empty entries, and then let's fetch the data from the array of string. We add the list, we add the value to the list, and then the parameter will be, the first parameter we get it from string format with index 0. And the second variable also string format with index 1. Oh, there's an error. Cannot convert from string into integer because we need an integer parameter for the parameter. So we parse it with init.parse, just like that. And yeah, that's how it's done. And then else, if there's nothing key name, we break the for loop. And after that, if the player scores is not 0, if the player scores count is less than 1, or it means 0, then we return. Not return. So what we going to do here is if the player scores count is 0, then we will save our data directly into player props. Player props dot set string. Instead of get string, we now set string. And then the first parameter will be the key name. Just type score 1. And then the value will be name plus the separator plus the score. And also we need to return in this way. And then let's continue. If the player scores.count is more than 0, so let's continue on this. We add another player into the player scores list, and we also need to sort the list with player scores is equal to player scores dot sort. No, I think it's not sort but order by. Nah, I forget. OrderBy is part of system.link, so we need to add a reference into that IP system.link, just like that. There we go. dot order by descending. We want descending options and use the lambda expression. We want to order by player scores. Dot to list, just like that. And there we go, we finish it. We finish our save score method. And nah, I forget. We also need to save back our list into player props. We will be using a loop to do that because player scores list is more than one. For integer e is equal to 0 as long as e less than scoreboard.scorecount. So increment if e more than player scores dot score count, then we break the loop. We end the loop because there will be an error if we continue the loop. And here will be player props dot set string. We save back our data from the list into player props. And I think here we need to create a method in player scores class. Let's create them. Public string get score format. So this will be return a string. And what we're going to do here is just return the string. Return player name plus the separator. Just type the separator and then plus the player scores, of course. There we go, just call it in here. Player scores followed by index dot get format. And that's how it's done. We finish this method, we finish this script. Let's test it in here. No. I think we need we no need to test it because we still need to create a method called uh, load score, so we can know how the data is. Public list player scores and name it get score. Now in this method we will load back our database, our player scores in the player props. So we need to create the list again. List player scores and name it player scores is equal to create a new object, create the new list, and again we need a loop as long as e less than scoreboard dot score count and increment. And then what we're going to do here is first check the if player props.sk. We check that again, and the key name string score plus index. Then if there's a key name, just like before, just copy that line and paste it in here. Else than that, if there's no key, then we're going to break the loop. We break the loop and continue below. Return player props kita, and here we go. That's how it's done. Let's test it in void update. Firstly, we will save our scores. Save score by calling save scores. My name is Hendrik and followed by my score 100, and then save scores again. My last name Prasetyo, and then my score 50, and then yeah, just that. I think this will cause a crash or will cause overload, overcalling a method because we store it in void update. So we need to create an event. If input dot get key down, key code dot s for save, and in that block, okay, here we go. So this will make that calling not called every time, on every update. I think we need to create another save score to learn, and the score is 500. So the to learn is the highest score. And here, if input dot get key down, key code dot p for print, then here we gonna do we need to create a variable first. We need to create a list player scores, equal to new, no, not new, just get score, call the get scores, and then after that, for each player scores p in player scores, then this is a for each loop. We will print the name and the scores from the player scores list. Okay, here we go. Let's test it. Let's get back into Unity. And then we found an error. Let's check it. 98. On here we go. Haha. I forget. I forget this line. Just like that. Let's compile it again and let's try it. Hit play button and make sure you attach your script into an object in the scan and hit play and hit S to save the score. Whoa, and there's an error again. What is this thing? Hmm. Let's check it out. Let's check what happened in the script. Let's check the registry to check if the scores is saved. Regedit. Open Regedit. Oh, they are not saved. So what's happening here? First we call save score and here we assume that there's no hash key. No key name score 1. So they will break, the loop will be break and continue on the code below. On the code below, if playerscores.count is less than 1, it means 0, then we assume that the playerscores.count is 0 because there's nothing in player props. This must be called, but I don't know why. Let's figure out something. Let's check it if it's couse or not. Hit play. Hit S. Oh, they called. So this means the score is saved into player props. Let's check it out. Let's check in player props. In Regedit. There we go. Here. Uh, First I will delete it to test it again. Hit S again. Nah, I figure out something. Oh my god. I forget about that we use a zero based index. So this will be score 0, not score 1. And then let's try it again. Hit play and hit S. So that's why this is not called, because yeah, just like that. Just hit S and whoa, there's an error again. There's an error. Let's check. they called onch and then an error is coming. So the second save scores is not called. Let's figure out something here. And then if E is more than player scores.count, then I think here is the problem. Yeah, I think it's less than. No. We assume that E is equal to 1. So is is the index more than 1? No, it's equal to 1. So um, I figured something out. We just need to change if I is more than or equal to, okay, just like that. Hit play again and make sure there's nothing saved in player props or in registry and on registry. Delete this two key and test it again. Hit play, hit S to save. Okay, hit P, and here we go. Our scores is saved and displayed here in console window. And okay guys, I think just that on this video. We continue on next video. We continue on next video on how to display the score on game view on the UI element. So that's it. That's your save score, leaderboard, scoreboard system with player props in Unity game engine. Subscribe if you want more videos like this. Like if you like these videos and share if you found this tutorial useful. And yeah, bye bye.